Hello, hello. I'm back. I wanted to come in here and kind of share some information that maybe others may know. I didn't necessarily know. I know that YouTube has guidelines and policies that they follow, just like any other company, right? But there were some things that I didn't realize. And one of the things that I realized that I found out tonight is that you cannot drive and make content, which to some that may seem like a duh, you should know that. But for me, I'm filming and I'm driving, but I'm not necessarily like looking at the camera the whole time. So I'm not thinking that is a big deal. Moving forward, I will not do that, of course, because I'm trying to make my way to becoming monetized, right? So I don't want to ruffle any feathers. So the things that I, of course, knew about were explicit content, you not duplicating someone else's work. Uh, Off the top of my head, the profanity. So those are things that I've definitely heard of, right? So I'm gonna share a couple things that I looked up to keep myself in check. So some of the things that could get your channel demonetized or get that video demonetized will be controversial issues. You have hate speech, right? Sensitive events, advertiser friendly content, firearms, firearm related content, child safety. You have graphic violence, misinformation, obviously adult content, right? Dangerous or harmful content. So maybe the driving it lands under the dangerous or harmful content, right? Um, Shocking content. So I'm wondering what would be considered shocking content. Maybe, I mean, I would think that's explicit, but I'm sure they have to cover all bases because you'll have somebody that's going to try to be creative and, want to argue. Community guidelines violations. But when I look that up, I'm not really seeing, uh, I would have to look that up more extensively. Recreational drugs and drug related items. Demonetized for other reasons, which it doesn't really give what other reasons. Probably anything that they feel like they didn't cover in the other reasons that they gave already. Harassment and cyberbullying, so that's a given. Um, these are about video content. Now, I don't know what that quite means. These are about video content. And when I look at that, let's see here. These are about, it says we know that many channels create content about that. We know that many channels create content that follows a similar pattern. What's important is that the substance of each video should be relatively varied. Okay. Um, and so then you have here, let me see. I'm just trying to look at these so we can get. You have inappropriate language, harmful or dangerous acts, which I guess the driving could be also, violence, copyright issues, spam and deceptive practices, enabling dishonest behavior. Inappropriate content, you are violating the monetization program. So those are reasons why you would become demonetized. And I think unless you really look it up, you're not going to really know all of the possibilities. I've been getting a lot of things in my feed as far as monetization, and I'm learning this YouTube thing, and every day I feel like I'm learning something, right? That video kind of shocked me about the whole driving because I'm thinking like I'm trying to be consistent with all this, and I'm gonna like shoot myself in the foot before I even get started. So I don't want that. So I said, let me really take some time to really look at what would get me demonetized. And like I said, I'm still trying to grow. I'm trying to learn. So the best advice would be to try to be original, or if you are going to take a snippet of someone else's information that was given, to like add more to it. Okay, you don't want to seem like you're just like copying off of someone. Try to add some other information in there that could be useful or could be helpful, right? So, and I would probably just say that you want to be show your personality, but also be professional. The cursing and whatnot is needed. I mean, of course, we all curse in our real life. Not all, but some of us curse in our real life. But you should be able to cut that on and cut that off. And I guess the best way I can think is kind of just be professional. You have people that are taking time out their day to watch your content, and you want them to stay on the platform so we all benefit from it, whether it be that you're being educated about something, you're learning, about topic. I've always been a YouTuber, just not posting things, but I've always looked and used YouTube to do my DIY projects. If there's any questions I have, YouTube was the first thing that I came to. Okay, so they obviously have all these policies and guidelines in place because, you know, for a reason. Just like, you always have some people that want to take things to another level. And so obviously in order for channels to be monetized and for advertisers to want to attach themselves to certain videos, they've just figured out what works. And that's what we need to follow. So I want to absolutely come on here and share this, and to kind of put myself in check to know like what I should make sure I don't do so that I can be on the path of being monetized. I'm trying to be consistent, which is very hard. Of course, right now I want to lay down and go to bed, and it's only about 7:45. But I want to lay down and go to bed. But I'm trying to be consistent with this, and I don't want to fall off, which is very hard when you come home from a long days of work. So I'm trying to keep it up. So if you like what I'm putting out so far, or if you don't, give me a chance. I'm getting there. I'm working at it, and we just need to support one another and and learn. So I appreciate the time that you took to view this, and I will see you on the other side. Take care of yourself. Bye bye.